Hi, Caspar, on the 11th of May 2024. And look, I've opened a claret Saturday night. Yeah, I opened this claret, and it's a claret I did a tasting video for back in February, and I had a pretty weird experience with it back then. It didn't come across at all as I expected, having read other recent reviews of the wines. And what is this? Well, it's 2010 Le Carré, Emilion, and a Emilion from the portfolio properties owned by Englishman Jonathan Malthus, the pinnacle of which is Le Dôme, a wine that I don't know if it still does, but people was always renowned for having the highest proportion of Cabernet Franc of any wine of Bordeaux. But this is 80% Merlot, 20% Cab Franc, and 14.5% alcohol, which even back then was, I think, seen as being pretty lofty, pretty punchy, but actually now is by no means extraordinary. Very deep in colour. It's got signs of maturity to it. It's got a definite sort of slight mahogany, narrow band at the rim, but really quite sort of tawny, and very deep in colour. It's pretty much opaque at the core. So let's have a look at it. Gosh, well, it's the Cab Franc spice is really to the fore on this. It's got a crisp, crunchy nose, a little bit of tomato to the ripe red fruit, but that real distinct snappy spiciness, allied to the spice of the wood, which is still very much present. It's got elements of the biscuit barrel, which I think also relates to the wood as well. I'm getting a wealth of sort of ripe red plums, really good density, but there's a piquant sensation to it as well, a real snap and peppery lift to it. Smells very good. Let's taste it. The issue I had back in February was the wine was very gawky. It seemed like a wine that was not into its stride, that was unknit, was quite hard to get one's head round. It wasn't making friends very easily. It left me rather discombobulated. But let's have a taste on. Gosh, it does smell good. There's an element of sort of nori seaweed about it. That could be a different wine to the bottle I tried back in February. It is a different wine to the bottle I tried back in February, which just lets me know that the bottle I tried in February was completely out of sorts. No idea what was wrong with it. It didn't have a corkiness to it. Been kept in exactly the same way as this, so who knows? But this is instantly. It's got a plushness, a ripeness. Lovely, approachable, come hither swathe of ripe fruit. It's the Cab Franc becomes apparent on the palate quite quickly in its sort of herbal quality and a dry sort of spiciness. It's got snap within and nice freshness, and the tannins when they arrive, they're fully integrated. They're have got a chalky, slightly limestone quality to them, but as I say, a completely integrated. It's got matter, it's got concentration, it's got lively acidity, cast right within, but gives it sort of internal snap, and the finish, that snap becomes more evident, adds real lift to the finish, where there's spice lurking as well, sort of peppery, piquant spiciness of structure, and in that in that cab franc fruit as well. It's got nice length. It's altogether a different wine to the one I tried back in February. I've got 2 or 3 more of these in the wine rack next door, and I'm hoping they're all like this and not like the last one I tried, but bright red fruit, and it's quite a lively thing. It's yeah, I'm going to need some food with this, and I'm just going to bung a pizza in the oven a bit later, but it's really rewarding, and I think it's got a bit of a stamp of its terroir, and that chalky sort of limestoney character in this that comes across in the structure. It's a really nice, quite modern claret, it must be said, but no undue oakiness about it. It's resolved, and I don't think any particular hurry probably to drink that in this bottle in this condition. Really nice, enjoying it. It's 2010 Le Carré Saint Emilion. Good wine.